Welcome to Sleepy Facts Universe, a quiet place where curiosity slows down, breathing softens, and the mind is gently carried across vast distances without any effort at all. Settle into whatever position feels most comfortable. Allow your shoulders to loosen. Let your jaw unclench. There is nowhere you need to go, and nothing you need to remember. You are simply here, listening, drifting, as we explore the Milky Way Galaxy together. Tonight's journey is designed for rest. The words will move slowly. The ideas will unfold gently. If your attention wanders, that's perfectly fine. Even if sleep arrives before the final sentence, your mind will still be absorbing calm, peaceful imagery in the background. Now imagine the night sky above you, not rushing to name anything, just noticing darkness scattered with quiet points of light. Every star you see belongs to a single enormous cosmic home, a spiral of stars, dust, gas, and time itself. That home is called the Milky Way Galaxy. Long before telescopes existed, humans noticed a pale, cloudy band stretching across the night sky. It looked like soft milk spilled across darkness, glowing faintly and mysteriously. Ancient cultures told stories about it, paths of gods, rivers of light, bridges between worlds. Today we understand that gentle glow as the combined light of billions upon billions of stars, all too distant to be seen individually by the human eye. The Milky Way is vast beyond everyday understanding, so large that light itself, moving faster than anything else in the universe, takes about 100,000 years to travel from one side to the other. As you rest right now, photons leaving distant stars are beginning journeys that will outlast generations of civilizations. Our galaxy is shaped like a softly rotating pinwheel. At its center lies a dense luminous core surrounded by sweeping spiral arms. Within those arms are star-forming regions, glowing nebulae, quiet stellar nurseries, and ancient stars that have been shining for billions of years. Somewhere within one of those arms, far from the crowded center, exists a modest yellow star. That star is our sun. It carries a family of planets, moons, and wandering debris along with it as it gently orbits the galactic center. The Earth, beneath you right now, is moving through space at incredible speed, yet you feel perfectly still. The Milky Way is not fixed or silent. It rotates slowly, completing one full turn roughly every 225 million years. That means since life first appeared on Earth, our galaxy has barely completed a single orbit. Time on a cosmic scale moves with extraordinary patience. At the heart of the Milky Way resides something both powerful and serene, a supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius. Despite its fearsome reputation, it doesn't roam or consume randomly. It simply exists, anchoring the galaxy with gravity, holding stars in their long, graceful paths. Most of the galaxy is empty space. Vast, silent distances separate stars from one another. Even in crowded regions, the average separation between stellar neighbors is measured in trillions of kilometers. This emptiness gives the Milky Way a surprising sense of calm, more like a slow breath than a chaotic storm. As your breathing evens out, consider this. Every atom in your body was forged in stars that lived and died long before Earth formed. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs, all were created deep inside stellar cores. You are not merely observing the galaxy, you are made from it. Astronomers estimate that the Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of stars. Many of those stars host planets. Some systems have one world, others have dozens. There are icy giants, rocky spheres, glowing gas planets, and worlds we have yet to imagine. Possibility stretches endlessly, quietly, into the dark. Yet despite its immense scale, the Milky Way is only one galaxy among many. It belongs to a small group of neighboring galaxies drifting together through space. Among them is the Andromeda Galaxy, slowly approaching us over billions of years in a calm, inevitable cosmic dance. But tonight, there is no need to travel that far. We remain here, within our spiral home, letting facts arrive like soft waves. No pressure to remember numbers, no need to visualize perfectly. Just allow the idea of immensity to gently shrink daily worries into something distant and manageable. As your eyelids grow heavier, the Milky Way continues exactly as it always has, stars forming, planets spinning, light traveling patiently through darkness. Nothing here demands your attention. Nothing rushes you forward. In the quiet rhythm of the cosmos, there is space for rest. And as we move deeper into this galactic story, facts will unfold slowly, naturally, carrying you further into calm curiosity and closer to sleep. And so, as the galaxy turns without sound, our attention drifts gently inward, deeper into the quiet structure of the Milky Way itself. Picture its spiral arms not as sharp lines, but as soft streams of light, loosely wrapped around the galactic center. These arms are not solid objects. They are regions of slightly higher density, places where gas and dust slow down just enough for gravity to begin its patient work. Within these subtle currents, stars are born. Star formation is a slow, delicate process. Cold clouds of hydrogen drift for millions of years, barely changing, until gravity causes them to collapse inward. As they compress, they warm. As they warm, they begin to glow. Eventually, a new star ignites, not with an explosion, but with a steady, lasting light that can shine for billions of years. Some stars are small and cool, glowing softly in deep reds and oranges. Others are massive and brilliant, burning hot and blue, living fast and briefly before fading away. The Milky Way holds them all, from ancient dim stars formed near the galaxy's birth to newborn suns still wrapped in glowing clouds. Between these stars lie nebulae, vast regions of dust and gas illuminated by nearby starlight. Some appear as delicate pink veils. Others form dark, shadowy shapes that block light entirely. These cosmic clouds act both as cradles and as archives, preserving the materials needed for future worlds. Our galaxy also contains star clusters, groups of stars born together, sharing similar ages and compositions. Some clusters are loose and temporary, slowly drifting apart over time. Others are tightly bound, spherical company. Lections containing hundreds of thousands of stars, packed into surprisingly small regions of space. As the Milky Way rotates, stars do not move in perfect circles. They follow gentle, slightly elongated paths influenced by gravity from nearby objects, spiral arms, and the unseen presence of dark matter. This invisible substance does not shine or reflect light, yet it shapes the galaxy's structure. Quietly guiding motion on a grand scale. Dark matter forms a vast halo around the Milky Way, extending far beyond the visible stars. Without it, the galaxy would not hold together as it does. Though it cannot be touched or seen directly, its influence is calm, consistent, and essential, much like the steady rhythm of your breathing now. Our sun, carrying the planets with it, moves through one of the outer spiral arms. It completes its long orbit around the galactic center at a relaxed pace, taking hundreds of millions of years to finish a single journey. During that time, continents shift, species evolve, and entire histories unfold on Earth. Even now, the solar system is passing through a quiet neighborhood of stars. There are no nearby supernovae, no dense clusters pressing in. This peaceful location may be one reason life had the time it needed to develop here. The Milky Way is filled with motion, Yet none of it feels hurried. Stars drift. Gas flows. Gravity guides. Everything follows patterns shaped by time rather than urgency. Far above Earth's atmosphere, telescopes reveal that the galaxy glows faintly in many forms of light beyond human vision. Infrared shows warm dust. Radio waves trace cold hydrogen. X-rays reveal energetic events near black holes and dying stars. All of these layers exist at once, overlapping in a complex but gentle harmony. As you listen, there is no need to picture every detail clearly. The mind can relax into the idea instead. A vast, rotating home, endless stars moving together in quiet agreement. Thoughts may begin to slow now. Breath may deepen. The Milky Way continues its ancient rotation, unchanged by observation, unconcerned with being understood all at once. And as we glide further along this spiral of facts and calm, there is still more to discover. Drifting patiently ahead, waiting in the soft darkness of space. The journey continues without pause, as if carried by the same gentle momentum that guides stars along air, endless paths. Beyond the bright spiral arms lies the galactic halo, a vast, faintly populated region extending far above and below the Milky Way's disk. Here, ancient stars move on elongated orbits, some nearly as old as the galaxy itself. These stars formed early, when the universe was younger, and their quiet glow carries memories from a distant era. Scattered throughout this halo are ovular clusters, dense, spherical gatherings of stars bound tightly by gravity. Each cluster can contain hundreds of thousands of suns, all packed into a relatively small space, moving together like a slow, cosmic heartbeat. Their ages suggest that they witnessed the Milky Way's earliest days, long before spiral arms fully took shape. The galaxy also holds the remnants of past encounters over billions of years. Smaller galaxies have drifted too close and been gently absorbed. Their stars now blend seamlessly into the Milky Way, leaving behind faint streams that arc through space like subtle fingerprints of ancient meetings. Within the disk, planets form quietly around newborn stars. Disks of dust flatten and spin, particles colliding softly, sticking together over immense stretches of Pebbles become boulders. Boulders become worlds. This slow assembly happens countless times throughout the galaxy, often unnoticed, always patient. Some of those planets orbit within calm, temperate regions where liquid water could exist. Others circle stars that flare and fade unpredictably. The Milky Way holds every variation, offering endless combinations of conditions, temperatures, and stories. Cosmic rays pass through the galaxy continuously, tiny, energetic particles born from distant explosions and active stars. They travel vast distances, sometimes reaching Earth after journeys lasting millions of years. Most pass harmlessly through space, reminders of distant events that no longer disturb the quiet present. Time inside the galaxy flows differently depending on where you look. Near the center, stars orbit more quickly, drawn by stronger gravity. Farther out, motion slows, becoming more spacious and relaxed. Every region follows the same laws, yet each expresses them in its own rhythm. The Milky Way is also threaded with magnetic fields, subtle, invisible lines shaping how gas moves and how stars are born. These fields are gentle sculptors, influencing structure without forceful interruption, guiding matter softly rather than pushing it. Despite its size, the galaxy remains balanced. For every star that reaches the end of its life, others quietly ignite elsewhere. For every system that changes, countless more remain steady. This slow exchange creates continuity, allowing the Milky Way to remain recognizable across billions of years. As these thoughts drift through your mind, they may begin to blur at the edges. Details soften, numbers lose their sharpness. What remains is a sense of scale, patience, and calm endurance. You are listening from a small world, orbiting a modest star, inside a vast but orderly system. There is comfort in that arrangement. Nothing chaotic presses in. Everything follows paths worn smooth by time. And as your awareness grows lighter, carried by this cosmic stillness, the Milky Way continues its quiet presence, offering a final sense of belonging. Before the journey gradually comes to rest, the motion slows now, almost imperceptibly, like a final breath settling into stillness. The Milky Way remains, wide and patient, turning through darkness without effort. Stars continue their long paths, unconcerned with observe, glowing softly whether they are seen or not. Nothing asks for attention. Nothing needs to be followed. In this immense spiral, there is room for rest, room for silence, room for the mind to loosen its grip and drift. Somewhere far above, light travels quietly between stars, crossing distances too great to measure in a single lifetime. Yet here, in this moment, everything feels close. And see, the universe does not rush you. It simply exists, steady and reassuring. The Milky Way has witnessed countless nights like this, worlds turning beneath sleeping skies, minds settling into dreams, awareness gently fading. It holds no judgment, no urgency, no demand, only continuity and quiet presence. As thoughts grow softer, they may dissolve into images, slow spirals, faint glows, endless arcs scattered with gentle light. Or they may fade completely, leaving only the rhythm of breath and the comfort of stillness. You are safe within this cosmic home, carried by gravity, surrounded by balance, part of something vast, yet never lost within it. There is nothing left to learn right now, nothing to remember, only the steady unfolding of sleep. Let the galaxy turn on without you for a while. Let stars shine whether you notice them or not. Rest is allowed here. And as the night deepens and awareness drifts away, the Milky Way continues its quiet watch. While you slip gently into sleep, the quiet remains unbroken, like a calm ocean with no shoreline in sight. Even as sleep begins to take hold, the universe continues its gentle patterns, not in a way that needs to be followed, only felt faintly in the background of rest. The Milky Way does not fade when attention softens. It simply becomes part of the silence. Across the galaxy, stars release warmth slowly, steadily, over immense spans of time. Their light does not hurry. It moves with patience, crossing space the way a lullaby crosses a room, softly, without demand. There are regions where starlight is barely present at all. Wide stretches of darkness where matter is thin and motion is minimal. These places are not empty in a lonely sense. They are quiet in the way deep night is quiet, spacious, unpressured, complete. Gravity continues its work without sound, holding planets close to their stars, holding stars within their galaxies, holding galaxies within clusters that drift together through the universe. This invisible embrace never tightens suddenly. It remains constant, calm, dependable. Somewhere, far beyond conscious awareness, atoms vibrate gently. Energy flows in subtle exchanges. Everything moves just enough to remain alive, yet still enough to feel peaceful. The Milky Way does not need to be understood to be comforting. Its scale does not overwhelm when the mind is at rest. Instead, it becomes a reminder that worries are small, temporary, and free to dissolve. As sleep deepens, thoughts may lose their shape. Images soften into impressions. Impressions fade into sensation. Sensation gives way to nothing at all. The galaxy continues on, unchanged by this transition. Stars will still rise and set on distant worlds. Nebulae will still glow faintly in unseen colors. Time will continue its long, smooth flow, and you are free to rest within it, free to let awareness slip below the surface, free to trust that everything keeps moving, even when you are still. The night holds you gently now. The universe hums quietly beyond thought, and sleep unfolds naturally, effortlessly. As the Milky Way turns on in silence, there is a deeper quiet now, one that feels smooth and uninterrupted. Awareness drifts like a slow cloud, no longer forming clear edges. The Milky Way becomes less of a place to imagine and more of a presence to feel. Steady, distant, and comforting. Nothing new asks to be noticed. Nothing pulls the mind forward. Far away, stars continue aging at their own gentle pace. Some grow warmer, some cooler, some expand slowly, others contract. These changes take millions of years, unfolding so gradually they resemble stillness itself. Between those stars, fine grains of dust float almost motionless. They carry the raw materials of future worlds, waiting without urgency. Time is abundant here. There is always enough of it. The galaxy breathes in cycles far longer than any life can measure. Formation, balance, quiet transformation. Each phase blending seamless. Lie into the next, without sharp beginnings or endings. As sleep deepens, the idea of distance loses meaning. Near and far soften into the same gentle background. The center of the galaxy, the outer rim, and the space beyond all feel equally calm, equally distant, equally safe. Your breathing finds its own rhythm, matching nothing in particular, yet fitting perfectly into the night. The body rests. The mind releases effort. Thoughts no longer need to finish themselves. Somewhere in the Milky Way, planets orbit in total darkness, never seeing their stars directly. They still move in perfect consistency, guided by gravity alone. Even without light, there is order. Even without awareness, there is stability. This is a place where nothing needs attention to continue. The universe does not pause when you sleep. It does not require witnesses. It simply flows. Let the remaining sense of listening soften now. Words may blur together. Meaning may fade into tone into silence. The Milky Way remains vast, unchanging in its patience. While rest settles fully, gently, and completely around you, the silence stretches comfortably, like a familiar space that asks nothing at all. Here, Milky Way feels less like a collection of stars, and more like a slow, steady presence, something that has always been, and will continue long after this moment drifts away. There is no need to picture it clearly now. Its existence alone is enough. In distant regions, stars give off faint warmth that travels outward, thinning as it goes, blending into the dark. That gentle energy never announces itself. It simply moves, endlessly, calmly. Time, on this scale, no longer feels like a line. It becomes a wide, smooth field, where nothing presses forward and nothing falls behind. Past and future soften until only the quiet now remains. The galaxy holds countless paths, yet none of them rush. Every orbit repeats with subtle variation, like breathing that never quite sounds the same twice, yet always feels natural. As sleep deepens further, the mind may begin to let go of form entirely. Thoughts dissolve before they finish. Images fade before they settle. What remains is a sense of floating, unattached, unburdened. The Milky Way continues to turn in the background of this stillness, not fast enough to notice, not slow enough to stop, perfectly balanced between movement and rest, even. The darkest spaces are not empty. They hold quiet energy, faint motion, soft potential. Nothing is missing. Nothing needs to be added. If awareness flickers briefly, it meets no urgency. If it drifts away, nothing is lost. The universe keeps its gentle rhythm either way, and so the night deepens further, wrapping everything in calm continuity, while the galaxy remains exactly as it is, steady, patient, and endlessly at ease. The calm settles even more, like a final layer of quiet gently laid over everything else. At this depth, the Milky Way is no longer something to think about. It becomes a distant backdrop, a soft hum behind awareness, steady and unchanging. Stars exist without needing names. Distances exist without needing measure. Across the galaxy, light continues its slow journey. Why? Thinning and fading until it blends seamlessly into darkness. That darkness is not heavy. It is spacious, open, and calm, like the silence between breaths. Nothing here competes for attention. Nothing rises suddenly. Everything unfolds with such patience that it almost feels still. Gravity remains constant, holding vast structures together without effort. It does not tighten or loosen. It simply maintains balance, allowing rest to feel safe and supported. As sleep grows deeper, the sense of time loosens further. Minutes lose their edges, moments stretch and soften, merging into one continuous gentle state. Somewhere, far beyond conscious reach, galaxies drift relative to one another at speeds too slow to notice, guided by forces that never rush. Their motion adds nothing to think AB, only a quiet assurance that everything remains in order. Breathing becomes almost automatic now. The body knows exactly what to do. The mind no longer needs to guide it. There is comfort in this simplicity. Existence reduced to warmth, stillness, and subtle rhythm. The Milky Way holds countless stories, but none need to be told tonight. They rest quietly within the dark, unchanged by attent, ion, or neglect. And as awareness sinks deeper into rest, the universe continues its calm presence, supporting sleep without effort, surrounding you with quiet continuity. The quiet now feels complete, as though nothing more needs to settle. Awareness becomes light, almost transparent, drifting without direction or intention. The Milky Way remains far beyond thought, steady and unchanged, no long something to imagine, only something that exists, calmly and continuously. In this depth of rest, even the idea of movement softens. Stars still travel their ancient paths, yet their motion feels indistinguishable from stillness. Change happens so slowly that it blends into peace. The universe offers no signals, no demands, no questions. It holds space gently, allowing everything to be exactly as it is. There is no urgency to listen, no need to follow the sound of words. Distances lose meaning here. Near and far dissolve into the same quiet background. The center of the galaxy, the edge of its halo, and the space beyond all feel equally distant, equally calm. Breath flows on its own, unobserved, uncorrected. The body rests deeply, supported by the night. The mind no longer reaches out. Ward. Somewhere beyond awareness, time continues its smooth progression. Stars age, galaxies drift. Nothing interrupts the rhythm. And here, within this moment, there is nothing left to do, nothing left to consider, only the soft, steady presence of rest. The Milky Way turns on in silence, and sleep holds everything gently, without effort, without thought, without end. Now the world of thought has softened completely, like mist dissolving into the night. The Milky Way exists beyond awareness, a vast, patient companion that does not demand recognition. Its stars shine steadily, quietly, each light traveling distances so immense they stretch beyond comprehension. Yet all of it, light, dust, gravity, motion, feels effortless, like a lullaby that never ends. You no longer need to follow ease, numbers, or patterns. All that matters is the gentle sensation of stillness surrounding you. The galaxy continues its slow, eternal rotation, indifferent to time, perfectly balanced, perfectly at ease. Space itself feels expansive here, wide and open, yet somehow safe. There is no rush. There is no expectation, only infinite calm enfolding everything. Your breath is steady and soft, your bow entirely supported by gravity and rest. The mind, having released its grip, drifts lightly, carried on the quiet momentum of existence itself. Even the stars that flare or fade, the nebulae that glow or darken, the planets that circle patiently, all participate in this gentle rhythm without effort, without hurry, without concern. And now, in this final layer of awareness, sleep becomes the O&L. Why movement? It flows naturally, like a river bending gently around every star, every cloud of dust, every quiet orbit in the Milky Way. Rest fully, release completely. The galaxy continues in perfect patience, and you are safely held within its endless, tranquil rhythm. Sleep, deeply, gently, endlessly. Even deeper now, the quiet becomes nearly tangible, like a soft fabric wrapping around your consciousness. The Milky Way stretches beyond thought, a gentle presence that hums with patience. Each star glows at its own pace, some faint, some brighter, yet none needing notice to exist. They simply are, steady and calm, much like your breathing, much like your body's, inking fully into rest. Between the stars, dust drifts slowly, barely moving, forming clouds that will someday give birth to new light. This creation is patient. It is effortless. It asks nothing, yet provides endlessly. Time stretches differently here. Millions of years feel like quiet moments, and every event unfolds softly, without urgency. You exist in this rhythm now, aligned with the vast, gentle motions of the galaxy. Even the core, where stars crowd and gravity tightens, moves with smooth precision. Nothing rushes, nothing startles. Everything flows like water around stones, shaping without force. Your mind may drift further, thoughts melting into the background, images fading into soft impressions. What remains is the feeling of presence, of being cradled in infinite calm. Milky Way continues silently, its spiral arms curving endlessly through darkness. You rest beneath this cosmic canopy, held securely, allowed to dissolve into sleep. Every breath, every heartbeat, every soft flicker of awareness is part of this gentle motion. There is no need to resist. There is no need to follow, only to exist, quietly, gently, deeply. And as the universe turns without notice, you sink further into its rhythm, floating effortlessly on waves of light and time. Sleep, deeper still, carried by the quiet of the Milky Way. The night stretches softly around you, seamless and infinite, like the calm expanse of the Milky Way itself. Stars continue their patient glow, their light traveling across vast emptiness, unnoticed yet unwavering. Galaxies drift, nebulae form and dust. Clouds move imperceptibly, all unfolding with timeless rhythm, without demand, without hurry. This cosmic harmony mirrors the gentle ebb of your breath, slow and steady, carrying you further into rest. Between the stars, vast empty spaces create room, space to breathe, space to let go, space to simply be. Even silence is alive here, not heavy or empty, but soft and full of presence. Your body sigh, encased deeper into support, every muscle and joint releasing, letting gravity carry all tension away. The mind floats effortlessly, aware only of softness, warmth, and the gentle flow of existence. The spiral arms of the Milky Way curve gracefully, stars orbiting centers unseen, planets spinning silently, dust drifting without urgency. Every movement is precise yet calm, perfect in its quiet repetition. Ion. In this gentle expanse, time loses its sharp edges. Minutes, hours, and even days soften into a single peaceful stretch, just as sleep stretches you into ease. The galaxy does not stop. It does not demand. It simply continues, vast and patient, holding all its motions in a steady, serene embrace. And as your awareness drifts, merging with this cosmic rhythm, every thought becomes lighter, every worry smaller. You are part of this calm. You are cradled within it, floating safely, endlessly, quietly. Sleep, deeper, freer, at peace within the galaxy's soft, eternal glow. The quiet deepens further, like a soft current carrying you through space without effort. The Milky Way stretches endlessly above and around, its spiral arms curving gently through darkness. Stars move in slow arcs. Nebulae shimmer faintly, and planets glide silently along invisible paths. All is calm, precise, effortless. A rhythm that asks nothing, only exists. Far in the halo, ancient stars trace elongated orbits, their light barely reaching beyond their own quiet neighborhoods. They are reminders of time's patient flow, showing that even across billions of years, change can be gentle, measured, and steady. Between the stars, dust drifts, carrying the quiet potential of new creation. It does not hurry. It does not strain. It simply exists, part of the galaxy's soft, continuous motion. The galaxy's supermassive black hole at the center anchors this immense structure, yet it exerts no urgency, no demand. It is still steady, watching silently as billions of stars follow their long, looping paths. Your own awareness mirrors this motion now. Thoughts become slow, soft, almost weightless. Images fade into impressions, impressions into feelings, and feelings into quiet sensation. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do, no moment to chase, just the vast, patient presence of the galaxy, holding everything in its calm embrace. And as sleep carries you onward, this subtle cosmic motion supports you. Each breath aligns with the slow unfolding of stars. Each heartbeat echoes the gentle rhythm of distant orbits. You float, quiet, weightless, cradled within the soft, enduring pulse of the Milky Way. The calm grows ever deeper now, like the universe itself has lowered its voice to a whisper. The Milky Way spreads around you, not as a picture to be seen, but as a presence to be felt. Its spiral arms curve endlessly, carrying billions of stars in patient, graceful paths. Every motion is soft, deliberate, and quiet, like the slow rise and fall of a gentle tide. In the far reaches, stars trace vast orbits through near-empty space, barely noticing one another. Nebulae glow faintly like distant lanterns illuminating no thing but calm. Dust drifts slowly, forming clouds that may someday birth new stars, yet waits with infinite patience. The supermassive black hole at the center remains unseen, yet its pull is steady, calm, unwavering. It does not rush or disturb. It simply holds the galaxy together, a quiet anchor for all motion. And here, in this shared silence, your mind and body soften in response. Tension else, thoughts lighten, and the sense of being carried becomes unmistakable. You are not separate from this vastness. You are cradled within it. Even time itself seems to slow, stretching into a smooth, unbroken flow. Minutes, hours, or days are no longer relevant. There is only the rhythm of rest, the gentle heartbeat of the universe, and the quiet turning of stars. Let your awareness drift free. Easy now, untethered. There is no effort, no task, only the Milky Way's enduring, patient embrace, guiding you ever deeper into sleep. Rest fully, completely, carried on the galaxy's soft, eternal motion. Now, everything has softened. The Milky Way stretches infinitely, a quiet spiral of light and darkness moving with patience that outlasts time itself. Stars continue their slow journeys, nebulae glow faintly, and planets drift silently along their unseen paths. All motion is gentle, effortless, and calm, blending seamlessly into the endless night. Your awareness drifts lightly, weightless, untethered. Thoughts have faded to whispers, and even those have dissolved. Only the sensation of presence remains, steady and warm, as if the universe itself is holding you. The distances between stars, the ages of galaxies, the slow dance of cosmic creation, all of it merges into a single, tranquil rhythm. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Everything is as it should be. Breath flows naturally, the body rests completely, the mind surrenders fully. Even the black hole at the galaxy's heart, the unseen anchor of billions of stars, exists silently, calmly, without demand. It reminds you that stability and patience can hold everything together, even across unimaginable scales. Now, you are cradled in this vast, quiet cosmos. The Milky Way continues to turn, gentle and unhurried, as your consciousness drifts into deep sleep. Let go completely, float freely, sleep, enveloped in the calm, eternal rhythm of the galaxy. Good night, and rest within the quiet of the universe.